Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another session of CirculariTV. It is just 7 p.m. around here in The Hague, and if you listen closely, you can hear some bellies rumbling in the distance in the studio here. So, because of that, we have decided to transform this place into our own Master Chef studio. And what is a Master Chef studio without its chefs? Luckily, we do have them. We have two of them here with us, starting with the one here on my right, Chef Tahir. Maybe you could give a quick introduction from your side.
Well, my name is Tahir. I come from Curaçao. I'm living now for 10 years in the Netherlands. And I quickly found out that my passion is cooking. And further than that, I'm just trying to do what I can to help with the way I'm cooking.
Yeah, sounds amazing. Very cool.
Yeah.
And we also have another chef joining us, Ben Asamani, joining us live from Accra in Ghana. Ben, maybe you can also give a short introduction.
Okay, thank you for having me. My name is Ben Asamani. I was born and brought up here in Ghana, but I live in the UK. But because of my passion for cooking this plant-based diet or the vegan food, I decided to come to Ghana and spend some time to introduce this food here in Ghana to educate the people the importance of eating like this and caring for the environment.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Ben,
Very
indeed.
nice.
Yes, and today Chef Tahir and Chef Ben have collaborated together to prepare a dish that is sustainable, local and vegan. For our viewers at home, a vegan dish means a plant-based diet. And maybe a little fun fact to know is that a vegan diet actually generates a 41.7% smaller amount of greenhouse gases than any meat eater's diet would. So quite some impact that it has. We are also joined by our trusted visual artist sitting over there, Femke van Voorthuizen. Femke will try her best to transform all the insightful things that are being said into her own drawing, and she will join us again for this session. Now, in the background behind me, we can already see some of the things that Femke has been drawing in other CirculariTV sessions. So I see from session 1 the sustainable development goals, going the extra mile that Vice Minister Lapierre mentioned in the session, and if I look closely, I see that on the other side of the drawing that Femke made, we have session 2, where we had Mr. Ambroise Fayoulou from the European Investment Bank and Arno Bonte, the Vice Mayor from Rotterdam, and of course there in the corner we can see a lovely picture of Rotterdam. We're looking forward to see more of Femke. You can check out Femke's updates of her work through our Twitter account, which is at WCEF+Climate, and make sure to join us in the conversation online via social media using the hashtags that you can see on the screen right now, hashtag CirculariTV, or for example hashtag WCEF+Climate. Now, with that being said, I want to ask something from you, our viewers watching from home. We really want this to be an interactive session today, so please do ask questions to our speakers here with us, whether you want to know their favorite dish or perhaps their secret recipes to be revealed with the world. Please do ask them. Now, with that being said, let us go now to Tatale Vegan Restaurant in Accra, Ghana, to see what inspires Chef Ben to prepare sustainable dishes.
My name is Ben Asamani. We are here in Accra, the capital of Ghana. Because preparing a vegan dishes, the first dish. Abolo is forgotten dish. This is organic corn. You mix this with quinoa flour. A little of oil. So while that is in the oven, I'm going to prepare the Ghana green. Zucchini, chopped tomatoes here, some herbs like basil, make it look delicious. I will add some extra virgin olive oil, give you some extra taste. I have these red beans here, and you have your protein. Here we go. This is Ghana green. It's so delicious, 100% vegan. We are going to do our second dish. Red. This is plantain, It looks like banana. That's a different taste. You get some onion and some garlic. You still have some tomatoes. And then we put the beans. I have some vegetables here. Greens are our friend. Add some coconut oil instead of palm nut oil. 5-7 minutes, it's done. So I get a plantain from the oven. Normally, they deep fry it, but I prefer baking it. Add some avocado. Avocado is good, it's so delicious. So this is our red, beautiful. I hope you can practice it at home and you enjoy it. Thank you.
Wow, what an amazing restaurant you run over there in Ghana, Ben. I'd love to see it. And I was actually curious why you chose to prepare abolo, the forgotten dish as you mentioned, and also why you used the specific ingredients that you used.
Yes, as I already said, the abolo is a dish that when I was growing up is popular. But as things changing, we are moving to eating junk food with what I call plastic food. And so I choose to prepare this dish even to remind the Ghanaians how delicious and good this is with the green, which also they forgot eating it. I have met a lot of people who don't like to eat salad or anything because they think it's boring. So I did this to remind them and to let our viewers know that this dish is simple, but it's good for us and it's good for the environment.
Yeah, very nice. Good to see indeed. And I saw indeed that, for example, you also substituted the palm oil with coconut oil. So it's interesting to see the choices you made. Yeah. And yes. Going over to you, Chef Tahir, because you made your own interpretation, a Dutch Curaçaoan version, we could say, of Chef Ben's dish. And we actually followed you today over here to see what that preparation looks like. So let's have a look. Tahir, we're here in the kitchen of the World Forum. We just saw Ben's Ghanaian dish, and as I understand it, you're going to make your own interpretation of that, right?
Yes, I'm going to try to make my own interpretation. I'm going to make a vegetable gratin with some local ingredients, make it the best way possible.
Now, let's get started then.
Okay, I'm ready. Let's go. Start with the cream for the gratin. Rosemary, very nice. Garlic, shallot. Oh, my eyes are getting watery from the onion. Fresh parsley. I'm going to make a nice herb oil out of it. Next is ordinary potato, 3 kinds of carrot, and lastly but not least, sweet potato. It brings a nice dimension to the dish. I'm mixing the sweet potato, the carrots with the mixture I made first. Gonna leave that sit. And bring the parsley. Next, going to finish the gratin so they can go in the oven.
Tahir, you also have Curaçaoan roots. Do you incorporate that in the dishes that you make?
Yeah, I try to incorporate, of course, the Caribbean kitchen we have also. So most of the time it's half Dutch and half Caribbean. Try to fuse that together and make the finest dishes.
Super cool.
The skins, I'm going to make some kind of chips. Next, I'm going to bake my champignons. Cauliflower, we're gonna use all of it. And with these, you can dry them for about 6 hours in the oven. It will become like a crunch. Here are the vegetable gratins. I have my other key ingredients. This is it for now.
Well, Tahir, that also looks really nice. I was there with you. The dish is not finished yet. You're going to finalize the plate later on in this conversation. But before we do that, I have a couple of more questions for you because I'm actually curious. How did you incorporate sustainability into the dish we just saw?
For the first part, the peels from the carrots and the sweet potato and the normal potato. When I was a student, I used to throw all of that away. You can imagine if you're cooking for 100 people a day, it's a lot of waste. Yeah. So I tried to think can I do with it? So you have two things you can do. You can dry it for 6 to 8 hours, and then you can make like a crumble, a crunch. It's a nice addition to or you can make some kind of chips like we eat at home, like Lay's potato chips.
Yeah.
Very nice. This is one of the things that I would like to teach the people to less waste and use all of the ingredient, because we can't eat it all.
Yeah, that's actually really nice, and also a really creative way of dealing with. Actually, it's not even waste anymore. I was going to say waste, but that's not even a way to see it. And going over to you, Chef Ben, because I'm actually really curious. What inspires you to cook sustainable and to cook vegan dishes?
It's about when I was coming up in the year 15 and a half here in Ghana. A guy visits Ghana from America, and he's come to talk about what they describe to be a healthy lifestyle. And I happened to be there. And for the first time, my mind was just open to this knowledge. And I just couldn't understand until I said, I'm going to practice this. So I started eating a plant-based diet right before my 16th birthday. And then somewhere in 21, I found myself in the UK, in London. And then I felt, okay, because I cook for myself, I developed a love for cooking. And so I said, okay, let me get some more knowledge about cooking. And so I went into, the chef training, and I became a chef. And because I eat plant-based diet, I decided to cook vegan diet. And I've been doing that for some time now in the UK. I actually have my own restaurant in UK. It's called 222 Vegan Cuisine in Fulham.
Nice.
Yeah, okay?
Yeah.
So this take me to it.
Yeah, that's so amazing. It's so nice to hear your journey towards that lifestyle. Indeed, and we actually have we are receiving some questions in the chat box from our audience. They want to know all your inner secrets, guys. So let's take a look at the questions that we have received. Maybe the first one from the chat box is for you, Tahir. Somebody wants to know what your favorite dish is.
Favorite dish? That would be a curry.
Curry?
A plant-based curry with all its vegetable ingredients, some nice black rice, wild rice, with some fried plantains. That's the best.
Ooh, the ones we saw in Chef Ben's video. Indeed. Yeah. Okay, interesting. And they also have a question for you, Chef Ben, because they want to know what your secret ingredient is when you're cooking. It's a difficult one.
When we talk about ingredients, we have to look at the benefit from that ingredient. And for me, herbs make it different in my cooking. But you have to choose carefully which herbs go with what. For example, when you are preparing like a stroganoff, stroganoff is a dish that is popular in the West. And for me, I have to use something like a basil as a herb to it. And so it takes the chef to actually put together what suits what.
Okay.
And it's difficult to explain this to somebody who have no knowledge about cooking. But because today more people are cooking, I think, because we want to discourage people to go out to eat junk food. And so the secret is just check the herbs that you use together, and cooking, it comes out to how, when you taste it, how you feel,
Ooh, I like that.
Recipe come from the taste. They say, this is right. You put together, you have a recipe.
And then you check by yourself
kind of knowledge,
how it works together.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yes,
I actually
then you
love
take it from
that.
there.
I love that. That's actually really philosophy-wise. That's a beautiful message, actually. And talking about seeing what goes together, I think it's about time that we finalize the plate, the dish that you have made, Tahir. So please go ahead and start that process, and maybe you can take us along as to what you're doing to finishing your plate.
Okay. Here I got the cauliflower cream I made.
Okay.
It's fully plant-based.
Okay, and you're.
This one I use the leaves to make the crunch that I'm going to show you later on.
Okay.
So I'm gonna spread that like this.
And then over there you have.
My vegetable gratin.
Okay.
This is the main
Part of the dish.
part of the dish.
Yeah, we saw you putting that one in the oven as well.
I'm gonna put just a little
little.
bit more of this on top to make it nice and creamy. Then I have some champignons here
Okay.
that I baked earlier.
Yeah, yeah. The one that we saw you frying indeed. Some mushrooms on
I
top.
have some green oil I made from parsley.
Okay, so it's oil infused with parsley
It's
or
oil infused.
okay.
And I got some chips here that I used.
Oh, yeah. From the carrot
This one
peel.
from the carrot peel and the sweet potato peel.
Yeah, and it's indeed, as you said, normally we would view something like this as waste, but right now you're actually using it
To complete the dish.
Yeah, indeed, to finalize it. It's amazing.
And finally,
The last
I
ingredient.
have some parsley. And this is what when it's dried, you get like a nice crumble
Oh, how nice.
to finish the dish off.
Okay,
And just a bit of salt for the extra taste.
in it.
And voila,
Yes.
there
You have
it.
your own vegetable gratin. I think our camera would love to see. Yeah, indeed, it looks amazing. So, I think it's lighting. Indeed. We're improvising. So, since it is Ramadan, unfortunately, I won't be able to taste it. But I know exactly what I will be having for my my Ramadan dinner this evening. Your lovely vegetable gratin.
Of course.
But luckily, we also have Femke, who has been working super hard. So, of course, nothing else but a reward that she deserves. Something as nice as the dish. Femke, you have been able to taste it. Was it good?
Yes, it was really, really good. And it also feels good because knowing a meal doesn't have any side effects which are disadvantageous for our planet is the best thing, I think.
Yeah, indeed. To see it like that. Yeah, and it looks amazing. Thank you so much for showing it. I want to thank our speakers again. Thank you, Chef Ben Asamani from Accra, Ghana, for sharing all your insights with us. And thank you, Chef Tahir Pietersz over here from the Netherlands for sharing live with us how you finalized your dish. Thank you so much to our viewers as well for asking questions and being a part of this session. We hope to see you tomorrow again for the other sessions of CirculariTV. Go get yourself a nice snack, and then we hope to see you again tomorrow. Have a nice evening.